everyone. We are in the beautiful South Pointe. This is in Miami, Florida, and I'm gonna be giving you guys a tour. This is an iconic place you guys have to come to if you're ever in Miami. I'm also going to be showing you guys the restaurants that are around here. I'm gonna be giving you tips on South Pointe and on Miami in general so that you guys can save money if you guys are coming. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Marinella and I upload beauty, fashion, travel, and lifestyle videos here on YouTube. I would love it if you guys would subscribe. This is one of the most expensive places to live in the United States. Miami is a very expensive place to be. If you want to save a little bit of money on the hotel, what I would suggest is...
All right, for the jet skis that you just saw, you could get half an hour or an hour. The half an hour will be...
Look, you get to see the city right over there. Look at that. So if you want to come and you want to get on a boat, you want to get on a jet ski, they have the jet ski rentals right there. There's an office and then you can, I think it's this one, you can go right in there and you can rent the jet skis. But just so you guys have an idea, these are very, very popular here in Miami, and you're gonna have a lot of fun with them. So I believe they do rent more stuff, and then it's right in there. That looks like a shop, but that's where you would rent.
All right, for the jet skis that you just saw, you could get half an hour or an hour. The half an hour will be $110 and the 1 hour will be $210. And on top of that, you have to take a exam if you were born after 1988, which costs $10. And then if you want a guided tour, it's gonna be $250 per 1 hour and $360 per 2 hours. And then you have to add the 10% on top of that.
The 10% what?
10% service charge on top of those prices. So.
And where do they take you around throughout the marina?
Yes, he said on the Biscayne Bay, so near where you saw those jet skis.
So yeah, I do think that jet skis are expensive.
Probably overrated.
Right, but it's an experience.
If I had to pick, I'll probably do the boat, which is like 90 minutes.
Wait, because there's a lot of wind. So I do think that jet skis are overpriced, but it's an experience. It's something that when you come, you're going to really enjoy.
And my opinion is that I probably do the boat tour because you're gonna pay only $50 and you're on the water for 90 minutes. So you get it's probably better for your money.
So now I want to show you guys the parking lot from the other side. But this, my friends, is Texas de Brazil. That's a Brazilian steakhouse. Let me tell you more about it. This is Texas de Brazil. This is a Brazilian all-you-can-eat buffet and steakhouse. I like it because they bring the actual meat to the table, and then they have a buffet, they have a bar. It's really, really good when it comes to service. I believe you pay around $50-something per person. I believe lunch and dinner are priced differently, but you get a significant amount of food, and then the meat is the best that I've had on a steakhouse. And then I want to show you guys something else. So we came from all the way down there, and this is the garage. So you enter it through that area over there, and then you make your way in there. But that's only if you're dining at Texas, okay? There's a restaurant right next to it which is called Monty's, and that's a more relaxed restaurant. They have obviously like a pool, and then they have beer, drinks, they have appetizers. This is like a very chilled out place, and then they have a DJ, because I've come here and I've heard music, so it gets really good at night. I believe they do allow kids, I'm really not sure, but you can always come and check it out. And if you guys can see, like, people come with their kids here too. So it's a very beautiful place, and that's through where you would make your way to Texas. So this right there, that's part of Texas de Brazil, because they do have outdoor dining. And then I want to show you guys towards that side. You guys see those buildings in the distance? Well, those over there, that's called Fisher Island. I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit more about it in a little bit, but this, as you guys can see, it's still the marina, so that you guys also can see this is Montes, and the prices here are pretty good, and it does get really crowded. People go for a swim, and it's right in front of the beach. So now I'm gonna take you guys to a water taxi. So this is something that we're used to seeing in Venice. It's not something that we're used to seeing in Miami, but I'm gonna take you guys so that you guys can check it out and then find out where it can take you. For the water taxi, it takes you from South Pointe all the way to Bayside. I've showed you guys Bayside here on my channel before, and in Bayside, obviously there's restaurants, it's an open door mall. There's a lot for you guys to do there, but here what they do is that they use this marina to pick up people, and you can buy your tickets online or you can buy them directly on the boat. And Bayside, if you're coming to Miami, is a place you have to visit. They have restaurants, they have shops, they have live music, and it's a great place for families, and it's right next to the bay. You're gonna really have a lot of fun. So what they're telling us is that the boat can sit around 40 people, and then you would buy your tickets online or you can pay directly on the boat. So this where I'm at is where you can get them. I came from all the way back there, okay, and then this is where you would catch the actual boat. This, my friends, this is Fisher Island. This can only be accessed through boat. I believe that's the ferry right there, but it can also be accessed through water. It's not a place where people have easy access. This is one of the most expensive places to live in the United States. They have condos, and then towards the other side, they have houses. They do have restaurants there. I'm not sure if you're able to make reservations and just go before. That wasn't the norm, but it's right next to South Pointe. Look at how beautiful this is. There's a lot of green life, and it's beautiful. You can come and skate here. You can ride your bike, hopefully run some people over. I'm just messing with you guys. I've been on the verge of getting run over a couple of times, but let me show you guys. So that over there, that's actually not a real lighthouse. You can't see it yet, but that's actually just there for decoration. You can also make your way through this entrance right there. I believe here you can rent bikes, right?
Yes.
I believe so.
Those are rentals.
You see, those are rentals. And then people just come, they sit, some people do a picnic, you name it, but it's very chilled out. I've come here and it's packed, so it really depends on when you come. But you see, they have little benches, the water, and then that over there, that's where I've seen them do yoga. There's buildings here. This is where one of the Real Housewives lived. And then obviously, as you guys can see, they come and they sit. Now, I want to tell you guys something else. This is not a lighthouse. This is just for decorations. People come and they sit here. They do picnics. That's Fisher Island. And that over there is the actual city of Miami. That's downtown Brickell, Bayside. And then what they do is that they also come here. They rent bikes. And then they have little benches where you can sit. And then, oh wait, that's the port over there. That's where the cruises come from, right
So
from
if
over there.
If you came in a cruise ship and you have a day here in Miami and you want to come to the beach,
It's right
really
there.
close.
It's really close. And then those are the ferries, I believe, that take you from Fisher Island, and they take you back to, well, a port that'll give you access to the city. But the water today is beautiful, and I do want to share something with you guys. Miami is a very expensive place to be. I live in Miami, and I can tell you that it's a really expensive place. If you want to save a little bit of money on the hotel, what I would suggest is going a little bit north, like Sunny Isles, Aventura. It's a little bit of a drive. It's like, I believe, like half an hour, 45 minutes, but it's okay, it's decent, sometimes less, but also keep in mind that there's a lot of traffic here. When I'm telling you a lot, there's more cars than people in Miami. And something else that I do want to point out is that if Miami and Fort Lauderdale are not the same places. So for example, it's just like me saying I live in Manhattan and I give you a Long Island. Is that the name of the place, Long Island? Right, and if I give you a Long Island address, it's like, it's not the same thing. So,
New Jersey.
right. Oh, okay, yeah, that's better. Okay, no, I live in Manhattan and I give you a New Jersey address. It's not the same thing. There's a distance there. So Fort Lauderdale, and I say this because people have asked me, Fort Lauderdale is not Miami. It's far from Miami. And if you stay in Fort Lauderdale, just keep in mind that you're gonna have to pay for transportation to get to Miami. But I want for you guys to see the water. Look at this. So your girl did a couple of photo shoots here when I did modeling, and it was a lot of fun. So the port is over there, and when the cruise ship leaves, it leaves through here and then it goes on to its destination from right over there. But it's beautiful. Right now we're gonna get to check on the water to see if it's warm this type of year, but there's a sign right over there that says do not anchor, danger, do not dredge. So people don't swim in this part, people swim like over there, and we're gonna go there in a minute. But it's beautiful. So like Sandy said, if you are staying a day in Miami, if you're on a cruise and you want to come to South Pointe, it's really close by. It's affordable. Well, affordable depending on what you buy, but it's a great place. Something else that I can tell you about Miami is that public transportation is not like, for example, in New York. Here it's or Europe. Here it's different. It takes forever and it's not ideal. So I would suggest you just get an Uber from where you're staying, huh?
It's not very efficient.
Yeah, it's not efficient, I agree.
As someone who used to take the bus to the beach, you will get here, but it will take you a couple of hours, depending where you are. So if you can splurge the extra money, you better taking an Uber.
Yeah, and it's also like parking here is different.
And yes, that as well, like parking. We were lucky, but if you come in a busy season, you're probably gonna spend like at least $30 just to park, if you find it.
Yeah, I agree.
And up front is that restaurant that she was talking about. It's a really nice restaurant.
But it's expensive.
It's a little pricey
A little pricey.
on the pricier
Oh my
side,
God, look at the water.
but
Look
this
at
is
that.
what mainly what you're paying for. If you sit outside, you could get this view right here.
Yeah, so let's show them. So, for someone who wants to save money in Miami, wait, I want for you to get tips. For someone who wants to save money in Miami, what tips do you have?
Save money in what way? Like restaurants?
Like restaurants. I was telling them to stay at like at Sunny Isles of Ventura, but it's gonna be a little bit cheaper. Sandy, you're on the verge. So move to this side because I already see you rolling into the wrong. Okay, keep telling me.
I really don't know. It's really expensive. Miami is expensive overall. You just gotta go like that restaurant over there. That's like high end for tourists. You're gonna pay a premium. So if you sit down right there, you just know that you're gonna be charged a premium. You could go inside Miami Beach and probably find a restaurant there it will be cheaper,
Or as expensive.
or it could be as expensive. You don't know.
This is El Restaurante, Smith and Walensky. It's really nice here. And then the entrance is through over there. And then you're sitting by the water. The food's really good. I don't think they have a menu outside, but I'll be sure to link it in the info box so that if you guys come, you could check this place out. But I really like that they have the umbrellas because it gets really hot. No pets allowed, but it's a beach. I'm sure you can sit with them outside. Look at that. No pets allowed, and they have a dog like right over there. So down this, so all the way down, you're going to find the beach, and in this beach you can actually like bathe yourself. Some people come and tan. This is for little kids to come and play. They have a little play area that has water right over there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but yeah, so we made our way down, and then you can bring your kids here, and it's a lot of fun. People come and they do picnics. So now I'm getting sunburned again. We're gonna make our way down, hopefully not get run over. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. This is the water, and then this is Fisher Island that I just shared with you guys. The rocks. And then we're getting so close that we can see the pier. And see? Remember that I told you guys about the water? Look how much fun that is. Oh my God, as an adult, I would totally go there. So I do want to point out, because I've gone on cruises, I can tell you guys, Miami is one of those places you don't want to come on a cruise just because there's a lot to explore. Like some cities, you know you can, and then some cities, you know you can't. But if you come to Miami and you have like a spare day, South Pointe would be ideal. If not, there's like other places like South Beach, but it's like right down the block. And it's just a lot of fun. But yeah, if you're on a cruise, it's not ideal to come just for a day or for a couple of hours. You really want to get to see a lot, because there's also Aventura, Fort Lauderdale, which is a little bit far. And there's just like a lot for you guys to do with your family. That over there, look at that. That's the beach, but first we're going into the pier. So there are a list of rules and regulations you have to follow, but you see that? Look at that water. Oh my God, and the breeze is incredible. So this is the South Pointe Park Pier. This is new. This wasn't here when I was growing up, but it's beautiful. Look, you get to see the city right over there. You get to see ships, and then when a cruise ship comes by, you could also just look at it, and then the sunsets here are incredible. Here is more. Look at that. Look at that water, my friends. People come, they bring their tents, and they just sit here. It's beautiful. So then this stretches out a little bit, not to say a lot. And this is just more like for pictures. And then look, that's more of like Miami Beach, South Beach. These buildings are residentials, but you can find a lot of hotels. I don't know if you guys remember the Kardashians back in the day. I think it was Kourtney and Kim, or Kim and Khloe. The ones that took the ones that took Miami, well, they stayed around this area. And then it's beautiful here. So let's see more of it, so you guys can see. Propaganda everywhere. Look at that. Can't even read it from here. Play pool party, $200 bottles. There's another one there, and then there's like a third one right up there. And then this continues all the way down, and then I'm noticing that people come here and they fish. I've never seen anyone catch a fish though. Not even once. So I don't think it's something I recommend for you guys to do. And then DJ Pee-wee vinyl set tonight at 11. 11 is a nightclub here in Miami. I think it's in Miami Beach. I've never been to it, but I've heard it's really nice. Okay, and they have benches where you can sit. There's a lot of wind. I don't know if you're able to hear me. It's the water. Look at that. This is why people pay so much money to come to Miami. Look at that. And in person is a lot more beautiful. It's a turquoise color. And as I told you guys, there's people fishing. It's actually not that bad. I'm talking about the heat because there's a lot of breeze. So then that's open sea over there. And I believe that's a tour. I've seen those come out of Bayside. See how beautiful? So if you want to see a beautiful romantic sunset, Fisher Island right over there, my friends. Miami towards that side. Look at that. Tell me if that isn't fun. Thrill. Yeah, I've seen those come out of Bayside. And then the beach, the beach, the beach. Let's go to that side so that you guys can see. Look at that. It looks like so much fun. The waves are a little bit choppy today, but it still looks beautiful. And then let's go to the end right over there. You guys can see. Look at that. My God, the water today is incredible. It looks like so much fun. Okay, so drop a comment and let me know if you want me to show you guys the other side of South Pointe, like the South Beach area, and I'll give you guys like tips on how to save money, where to stay, etc. But you have to drop a comment, like this video, and subscribe. So we made it down the pier to the water. I'm not gonna take off my shoes, but I want to show you guys the sand and the water up close. Okay, we're going down. This is the water. It's not the water, this is the sand. People come here and they play. I really don't want to film around here. So let me just take you guys to the water. Hopefully I don't get my feet wet. Friends, I ate it and it's super crowded. How embarrassing. Oh my God, I'm red. So this is the water. So you guys can see right here, there's a lot of wind. So I think for us Floridians, if we go in, it's going to be a little bit chilly when we come out. So I just want to check the temperature, but I know that if I get close, it's going to get like, my feet are going to get wet. So let me just get a little bit close. Okay. Wait. 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 Oh no, it's actually really nice. Wow. It's actually warm. So yeah, this is a great time. We're in April, so if you guys want to come in the month of April, I think this would be perfect. This is the pier through which I just showed you guys. And then all of that over there, all the way down, that's Miami. And then people, they come here, yeah, and they just relax and swim. So month of April, remember, spring, fall, winter are your best months if you're not from Miami. Because in the summer, it gets really hot. The sand burns from how hot it gets. And don't think that the water's cold. No, it's gonna be like oh so hot. It's not, I don't know, I don't like it. I'm gonna end the video right here. I hope that you guys loved it. If you did, please be sure to subscribe. Remember, I upload videos every week here on YouTube. If you wanna see more Miami videos, please be sure to let me know in the comments. I would really love it if you guys would like, save, comment, and share this video. Like that, YouTube can recommend my videos to more and more people. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.